Hey, folks, welcome you to Tarboro High School, another one of our preview interviews for this week. And, folks, the guy to my left, you might have seen him on the all-new sports show once or twice. He is Tarboro head football coach Jeff Craddock. Coach, Vikings coming off an 11-3 season, 5-0 in conference play. So you guys now have a year of 1A ball under your belt. What are we going to be looking at here in 2014?
Well, hopefully we'll be looking at a team that's going to be very competitive, and we'll learn a few lessons from last year about togetherness and about paying attention to detail, which I thought we were a little lax on as a team. 11-3, a lot of people think that's a great season, and we don't consider that a great season. It was a disappointment to us, but hopefully we'll use that to our advantage this year and be quite a bit better than we were last year.
Coach, good place to build. You return 5 offensive starters. Now, that's not always 5 offensive starters, but it's your entire offensive line, so that's a really good thing, especially when you're a power-running football team.
Oh, yeah. It's going to have to be the strength of our team, especially early on. We've got a lot of young backs, going to be very good backs, but they're young right now. So we're hoping with the experience up front that the running lanes will be a little bit bigger, and we'll just kind of ride them. Our defense is going to be a little inexperienced, so hopefully you'll see a few long, good drives that we're ball-controlling teams a little bit and give us a chance to get some experience behind them and get our defense a little bit of experience. And hopefully within, first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, we'll end up starting to become a very good football team.
Coach, speaking of your defense, you bring back 3 starters off of it, but a lot of star power that you did lose. But yet you're bringing up a JV defense. Now, granted, JV football is what it is. 8.5 games of shutout football a season ago out of, I believe, a 9-game schedule. That's solid.
Yeah, we got a lot of great kids in the program, and then those kids work hard. And that JV program, Coach Babb and that staff, they're phenomenal. That stuff doesn't happen by accident. And, and when they come up, they're pretty fundamentally sound. They do the same system, of course, and so it's just a progression of, them getting acclimated to varsity speed, which they already got a taste of that with a little scrimmage against Fike, and it was a good eye-opener for them. Varsity is a little bit different, a little quicker, and them boys, a little stronger. But the kids are great, and they work hard, and they're great to coach. So it's just a matter of, that's why we're studying film right now, because showing them the little things that make the difference in varsity football that we got to learn from.
Coach, now take a look on the offensive side of the ball. As we said, you lose all your backs. Quarterback seems to be the spot right now. Absolutely zero returning experience at the quarterback spot. Who are we looking to see under center for the Vikings?
Well, right now we got Dawson Harris, who's a rising sophomore, and he was on the JV team last year. He did some kicking for us at the varsity. And we have Malcolm Speller, who really is a transplanted running back, a great kid, and helping out the team. We asked if he would move there to give us some depth last year. So, and we got him in some late game situations, but now he's had a full year to work, and both of those two are competing very well. And we're just trying to see, who the best person for the job is. And out of those two, one's going to be the starter and one's going to play the backup. And that could change from week to week. You don't really know. But 2 great kids. We can trust them, very dependable, and I'm excited to have them, and they're going to do a great job.
Coach, what we're doing this year, we're kind of highlighting 3 big games, and, of course, every game is big. We know that week to week. But 3 games we kind of highlight off the schedule every for the year. The ones we went for you guys, Game 1, Nash Central. This is the kickoff game every year for our Friday night football. You guys and the Bulldogs. Coach Craddock Coach Craddock returning a team that was winless a season ago, but he played a lot of youngsters last year. So you guys could have your hands full Game 1.
Well, we expect to have our hands full. Coach Craddock and those guys over there do a great job, and one bad season doesn't erase that. Had some injuries, had some things going on over there. But, yeah, if we're in that triple option that they can run, I think this year will probably be more of a spread. I know they got, I think, Coach Jones from South Creek, I think, is their offensive coordinator now. So I know they got athletes, and they're going to get him in space, and he's going to throw that ball around. And defensively, they always do a great job against us. So it's an early game. The weather's always a factor. Sometimes we get them, sometimes they get us. It's a nice friendly rivalry. We're looking forward to it. I'm happy they get to come to us this year. I like open up at home. But, yeah, we're going to there's no question. It's a great game, and we're happy to be part of it. And we got to be ready to play early. There ain't no question.
Coach, speaking of a rivalry game, this little game they play every year in Edgecombe County called the Function at the Junction. This year, Southwest Edgecombe, you guys got them again last year. They're going to be out hunting for you. What are we going to look at when we see the Cougars this year?
Well, they're going to be a tremendous handful. I already know they got their skilled kids they got over there are phenomenal, and they always have a big offensive line. Jonathan Cobb is going to, he's had, this is year 2. Sometimes it takes a little time to get your system established, and as a year 1 coach, you learn from your mistakes also. I mean, I've been doing it 10 years, and I still learn from mine. So that's going to be a biggie. I'm sure the stadium will be packed. We may even be the underdog, even being at home. I mean, it's going to be tough, and that's always tough. It really don't matter. We can always throw records out against Southwest Edgecombe, but I always look forward to that game. It's just, one of those, I think it brings our county together. It's just 2 quality football teams playing hard, and at the end of the day, we all pat each other on the back and wish each other well and go on to week 5. So it's going to be a toughie.
And, Coach, then when we get into your conference slate, a game that you guys have always played, but the last couple of years now, it's a conference game, and that's North Edgecombe right up the road. 5-0 a season ago. You weren't really challenging conference play. You guys are definitely the hunted when it comes to conference play. North Edgecombe, big running back, Antoine Pittman back this year. What are we looking at when you see the Warriors?
Well, that's a long way away, but I'm sure it's that county rivalry game, and I didn't get a chance to coach against the Pittman boy. I think he hurt a shoulder, and we didn't get to play against him, but I saw him on film, and I know who he is. He's a good-looking athlete, and I hear he's a great kid, so I know what he brings to the table. We don't have anybody like that in our program. We've been blessed to have some of these standout athletes, so I'm not complaining. But I think Southwest has a few now, and North Edgecombe has a few now, and I'll be honest with you, right now Tarboro doesn't. But that's okay. We got a great group of kids with that are going to work hard. But last game of the season, you want to finish the conference strong. You want to go into the playoffs, and I think they're coming to us. I think that may be our last home game of the conference, but. It'll be a great football game, and hopefully, we'll be playing for a conference championship, and we'll see how it goes.
Folks, Tarboro head coach Jeff Craddock. I'm killing myself here, folks. This is what happens.
Tell Coach Crudup I'm better looking than him. Tell him, get that.
Well, I mean, we're big fans of the beard, so we're already ready for playoff time right here. Folks, Jeff Craddock. Like I don't know the guy anyway. Big thanks for helping us out and joining us today, Coach. Good luck here in the 2014 season, and we look forward to seeing another great season from the Tarboro Vikings.
All right, thank you very much.
Folks, let's send it back to the studio now where I will hang my head in shame for messing this up.